Alright guys, welcome back. Another day here on the farm. Yesterday it pretty well rained all day long, so I didn't have a video from yesterday. The video you saw yesterday was from the day before. We got about 2.5 inches of rain. It pretty well rained all day long, and then we had a little bit of a break in the afternoon, and then over the nighttime is when we got the majority of our rain. It was heavy. I mean, it poured. So today it rained this morning, and now the sun was out for a little bit, and to the west it's dark again. It's like a 70% chance of some more. So anyway, today's video, a couple different things going on. In addition to the solo backpack sprayer I'd gotten, I figured I was going to try this seed spreader. This is going to be used for that tillage radish plot, and I'm thinking there's a lot of places I can use this for seeding some grass and just a general all-around spreader. It wasn't very expensive. I did look at some of the little handheld ones like you can get at Tractor Supply. I think Scott's makes a real tiny one, but you can only get like a half a pound of seed in. I got 10 pound of seed, and I have probably an acre to cover. I don't have 10 pounds is a little bit small to use like a 3-point seed spreader, and I think there's one of those seed spreaders over at the other farm that's on wheels that you put the seed in and roll it. But the problem with that is those wheels are so tiny and wimpy that it's ground driven, and going across uneven terrain like a field, they're better for a lawn. So I figured I'd get this, be something that is probably going to last me the rest of my life. It's going to be great for seeding some grass here or there. It's one that you wear. You look kind of dumb walking around with it. It goes around your neck, so this will be your view from the back, and the strap goes up over you, and then this is your view, and then on this side is the hand crank. But what makes this spreader neat, I'll give you it's a Model 421S portable spreader. First of all, it was only like $50, so that was amazing, the price for what it is. I think it's a 10-pound hopper. Seed hopper is that side Spanish. Built-in agitator, impeller with large fins. Let's see, screw-on cap, that's nice. 20 pounds. This will hold 20 pounds of seed. You dump the seed in the top here, of course. The lid's a little cheesy, a little cheap. It's kind of like a Tupperware thing, but it's nice that it's clear. You can look in as you're spreading. And if you look inside, it's basically just a regular seed spreader. So there's back here, there's a red, there it is, red lever. And that lets you set the how wide you want it to open. And I'm thinking, yeah, there is bear with me here. This is actually the first time I'm looking at it. Yeah, there is a stop here. So you just screw that fast, and then there's your stop, the way it looks. But another neat thing about this little seed spreader is with this control here, you can set it to spread. See, it says spread direction. Maybe you can't see it. You can go to the right. You can have it come out the center, or you can have it come out the left. So there must be some type of diverter in there that lets the seed go a certain direction as you're spreading. They have this little diverter here, this little wing. The gearing is very good. You don't have to turn this very fast to get it to spread. If you're planting grass or like a real fine seed, you can sling that pretty far. So it got good reviews. Like I said, it was only like $50, so you can't go wrong. 20-pound seed hopper. Being that I have almost an acre to cover, I figured it was a worthwhile investment because it may get used again doing the exact same thing. I do have some thin spots on the farm that no grain came up. And there's a lot of reasons why, whether it be the too much water, deer damage, or just poor ground. So for 20 pounds, a lot of the seed that you might be spreading, I think it'd be pretty good. Like I say, it's all plastic. There's not much metal. There is a little metal here. There's a support to support the tank, but we're gonna give it a try, see how it works out. So that's kind of the first update. It's kind of a small purchase. I am kind of in economy mode here on the farm. There's not going to be a whole lot of equipment purchases. I have been seeing some things that I was interested in. Like a rotocutter, I saw a pretty good deal on one. Hay elevator, I saw a good deal on one, but we are holding back for now till we get closer to harvest and see how things look. So anyway, so this is the Solo Model 421S seed spreader, 20-pound hopper. You can set it to come out the right, the center, or the left. You can control the how far you open the bottom, and it's one that you wear. It basically goes on your chest, so I can imagine 20 pounds hanging around your neck. It's not the most comfortable, but if you're planting like grass seed or even a little bit of rye that you want to fill in an area, it's not going to be, I don't think it'll be 20 pounds of grass seed. So the 10-pound bag of radishes should fit in here. I'm going to put the whole bag in and then kind of meter it as I go through the field and try to figure out how much I want to put on. So yeah, that was the first update today. That's what we're going to try. I think it's one of the better options for me for what I'm doing. Like I said, I don't have anything to go on a piece of equipment. 10 pounds is a little too small to, it's a little too much to use one of those tiny little Scott spreaders that you can buy at Tractor Supply. Like I said, I think they hold maybe a pound, 2 pounds. So you'd have to fill it up a bunch of times. So we're going to try it. It looks pretty good. It's pretty simple, and I intend to keep it for a long time. So I can't really see anything that's going to go wrong with it other than the gearbox, but it's not like it'll be good. It got great reviews, so we'll give it a try. For $50, you can't almost go wrong there. So, all right, on to the next thing. Next thing I just thought of, and I apologize if it's a little dark, there's a storm coming again. Some people were worried about my equipment getting corroded or with all that chicken manure. I just want to let everybody know I did wash the tractors off a little bit. I got the worst of it off. The bucket here I sprayed with some engine oil and old diesel fuel, so it's preserved. It won't deteriorate much. The 986 is all right. The loader still smells like chicken. So if we get another hot windy day, I might pressure wash it off a little bit better. So just an update there. All right, and we still have these 2 hay wagons loaded. These have been loaded for a week or so. The reason I was kind of keeping them on the wagons, why I wasn't in a big hurry to unload them, this is that real nice Timothy hay that was up in the one field, that real nice pocket of Timothy in the field. Just beautiful stuff. This is some real nice Timothy hay, these 2 wagons, as opposed to the other wagons that I unloaded that were mostly orchard grass. So I was kind of hoping that some of my hay customers would want some Timothy here and unload off the wagon, but we're getting close to making some more hay, so we're gonna have to get these wagons empty. All right, and for anybody that had subscribed recently or maybe new to my channel, this is the hay elevator that I use to unload the hay. I had done plenty of videos of unloading hay, how I unload hay myself. I think in the upper shed tour video I did about the hay elevators here. I did Hay Elevators Need Advice video. For those of you guys who have been watching me for a while, you know that this is not my elevator. It doesn't belong to me. There are 2 elevators here. I had a chance to buy the other one that's up in the upper shed, and I brought it down the one day. I had put electric to it, turned it on, and it was blowing sparks and smoke out of the motor, and I thought that is not safe to be in the barn. I was looking around for another motor for that elevator. You need a certain RPMs. You can't just put any electric motor on. I don't know if it's 1500 RPM or 1700 RPM, but most of the motors I was seeing used out there were like 2000 or above. You can't have it going that fast. So I didn't buy it. It's still up there. I still could buy it, but I'd have to find the right electric motor. In the meantime, the guy that owns this, he used to farm here. He's retired now. He said I can use this, but he does need it from time to time. so it's kind of spotty when I have it here. Has a electric box there with an on and off switch. The paddles aren't very high. What you have to do is set the bales up on the end is about the best way to do it. You have to set them vertically instead of horizontally, and they have to be on here just so, or they don't go up in the barn. So this thing is wore pretty hard. Just to be as honest as I can, it's wore pretty bad. The chains have a lot of play in them. It seems like it's been used. I can't say it's had a rough life, but it has had a lot of bales go up this elevator since the 50s or whenever these were made. So I brought it down from the upper shed yesterday. I didn't get any footage of that. That's pretty well, I covered that in the past already. So we're gonna try to set this up maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow is supposed to be almost 90 degrees, so it's not gonna be a nice day to be unloading hay, but we did get this out and we have it ready to go here. So makes unloading hay by yourself way easier. If you can get this in a good spot in the hay mow and get the wagon parked in just the right spot, one guy can pretty much get them at least into where they have to go, and then you stack them on another day. At least that's how I do it. So all right, still thinking about selling this hay tedder. These here they're not in real high demand unless you're doing alfalfa. If you're doing a lot of alfalfa, then they're the best tedder you can have, just because they're gentler on the leaves. If it's a little bit drier alfalfa, the star tedders tend to knock the leaves off. This is more gentle. It's kind of a niche market trying to sell these things. I had a guy offer me something for it, but I was not going to give it away for that. This is a 2001, so it's not an older, well, it's older, but it's not old. I'm not trying to get what I paid for it, but I only used it 1 year, and I am not going to give it away. Just as an example, when I bought that H&S, I asked the dealer what they'd give me on a trade. They said $600. I said, no, at that price, I'm going to keep it. At least want double that or a little bit more, because I almost paid $2,000 for the thing. So it is very nice. It's very low use. So I'm going to think about it. I might advertise it. I don't know. We'll see. It might be something more. I don't know. Now's the time to be selling this kind of stuff. So. And the John Deere rake is back there. I haven't decided what I want to do with that yet. If I sell it, I'm going to be selling it broken unless I re-weld it. But it has $200 worth of tines on it, so that's why it's not going anywhere just yet. So, all right, guys, I know today's video I'm not really doing much, and I'm not. There's not much I can do with probably 3 inches of rain in 2 days till today is over with. So I have some errands to run today, and basically just kind of a lazier day here. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I'll come back with you tomorrow.